So today I'm going to share with you guys how I got my blog to over 75,000 page views per month using Pinterest. Pinterest is about where 75% of my traffic to my blog comes from. So if you are a blogger or you have a website and you are not on Pinterest, I cannot stress enough how much you need to get on there. You are missing out on so much traffic because Pinterest is amazing. You could be trying to grow your TikTok account. You can share a TikTok video on Pinterest and it'll link over to your TikTok account. For me, I share recipes. I want to get people over to my blog where I have am partnered with Mediavine. So that's like my main income right now. So I share my recipes with pins that link over to my blog. So I cannot stress enough how much you should be using Pinterest if you are a blogger or have any kind of website. Pinterest does favor certain niches, but if you don't fit in any of these categories, I would still try to share my content on Pinterest, because if you can create like a visually appealing image and a catchy title, something that, will make that person click, then there's no reason you can't use Pinterest for, even kind of random topics or categories. So let's jump into these 5 tips that I'm going to share with you guys. Number 1 is probably something you might already know, but it's important. So I'm going to just re-stress this right here. And that is you have to optimize your profile and your boards for SEO. And I know SEO can be like a really scary or confusing term, especially when you're starting out in the world of blogging, but it is very straightforward. It sounds all fancy, but all it is you need to help Pinterest understand what your boards and your profile are about. So that means putting keywords anywhere you can put them. So your profile name, profile description, your board titles, your board description, pin titles, pin descriptions, anywhere you can put some text that explains what your account, what your pins are about. You got to fill those fields in because it's important. It really helps Pinterest understand your content and just get the right people to see that content. So it's important to find keywords that people are searching for. You don't want to just pick like random words. So I share recipes. I don't want to make a board that's just called like yummy recipes or food that I love, because that's not really what people are searching. If I go into Pinterest trends, or sometimes I just go to my Pinterest like homepage and hit the search bar and start typing, and whatever it pre-populates is highly searched terms. So I don't use anything fancy. It's just that or Pinterest trends to go see, to help me find some keywords. And for example, I would see that like easy, healthy dinner recipes is way more searched than yummy food or something like that. So you do want to be mindful of the words you're choosing. Don't just like put a bunch of random words. Make sure that they relate to your content and try to use ones that are being searched. So you need to do the work. Go look, again, like I just said, in the Pinterest search bar or on Pinterest trends. And number 2, you have to make really, really, really good pins, meaning the images need to be pretty and appealing. The title is super important. Think of it almost as like what you have to do on YouTube. You want the title to be something that will get that person to click through and go through to your content. The size matters as far as images in Pinterest. So 1,000 by 1,500 is what they recommend. I personally like 1,000 by 2,000. I see more success with a little longer pins, but that's something you have to experiment with. However, I cannot stress enough that you need to put some time and effort into the actual pin itself, because honestly, that's everything. Without a good pin, your content is just, sitting on your website. Like, you need something visually appealing and something that will catch that person's attention, because that's what Pinterest is about. They're a visual platform. So it is really important that your pins look good and they have an amazing title. And if you really don't know where to start, something I do is go in your niche, like go look up whatever it is. For me, like dinner recipes, and look at what pins it pulls and just scroll through your feed and pay attention to what looks good to you and what doesn't, because there's a difference, especially in food, for example. There's a lot of images out there that just do not look appealing. And it could be an amazing recipe. Like, the food could be amazing, but if the picture doesn't look good, or it's, the picture doesn't look appealing, then that's it. No one's clicking, no one's going to that recipe, no one's going to your website. So again, your images need to be amazing, as well as the title. And number 3, which will help you grow so much on Pinterest, is you have to use group boards. Find and join niche group boards. And if you don't know how to do that, I actually have a video on how to find them, how to join them. I'll put that in the description, but you have to be using them. If you're not, you are just missing out on so much extra traffic and just growing your account that much faster, because with group boards, you get more eyes on your content. So your pins are going to get in front of everyone that follows that board. So if you can get onto some really large, well-established boards that are well moderated, it helps your content so much. Not only does it get in front of more people, but it helps the chances of it getting repinned increase, because a lot of these boards have rules where you need to repin someone else's content in order to pin your own. I cannot stress enough how much group boards have helped me. I know some people use them and some people don't. However, I think the best strategy is to do a little bit of both. Make sure you're pinning to your own boards, building those up, making sure they're SEO optimized. However, I definitely think you should mix in group boards to your strategy, because in my own personal experience, it is a huge difference on the impressions and engagement I get on pins that I pin to group boards versus ones that I've experimented with and only pin to my boards. It's huge difference. But I know group boards can be kind of confusing if you're not familiar with them. But again, I have a video with way more information on those and how to use them that I'll put in the description. So, and on to number 4, which is just to pin new, fresh images consistently. So you can repin in between. I definitely think there's still a place for repinning. However, of course, Pinterest favors fresh content, meaning brand new images that are new to the platform. So however often you can make the brand new fresh pins, find a schedule that works for you and stick with it. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you some number. I don't like when other people say, oh, you should do 5 pins a day or 20 pins a day to grow. I personally saw huge growth on my account when I was only doing fresh pins like once a month, because I was only doing them whenever I finished a blog post. And it was pretty far apart. So it's not to say that you can't have growth if you can't post like brand new images every single day. If it's twice a week, once a week, whatever it is, find that schedule that works for you, something that's realistic, and then just stick with that, because Pinterest will learn your account. It's going to learn, your routine, and it's not going to hurt you. Yes, you might grow faster if you're, putting a lot more pins on there, but honestly, I don't think it makes too much of a difference. Do not stress yourself out. Pinterest is the long game. So find a schedule that works for you and just be consistent with it. I promise you can grow when you're not just, without pinning 20 pins every single day. And 5, don't forget that you can refresh old blog posts with new pins and new images. So I do this all the time. I go back to older posts that maybe just don't have as much traffic and need a little refresher. I'll make new Pinterest images, and then that's like almost a brand new post to Pinterest. Even though I've already pinned other images using that URL, it doesn't matter. As long as the image itself is brand new, then Pinterest treats that like a brand new piece of content. So it's just a really good way to refresh some of your older posts and to get more eyes on them. So now that new pin is a brand new chance to just get more clicks and more traffic over to that post. So those are just a few of the things that I know have contributed to my own growth. And I hope that something here will help you and help you guys grow. If you have any questions about Pinterest or blogging, feel free to ask me. I'm trying to think of what topic to cover next. So if you want me to talk about something specific related to Pinterest, then let me know in the comments. I can't wait to help.